Hello, good morning, Sylvia, and this is Ingrid. I'm going to do this little draw here, the Zodiac spread. I use the Crow, the one, the really nice Crow Tarot you like. All right. Well, just to say right away in the center, we have the Tower. There's a breakdown. Even when I was looking at the line this way and this line here, this one tells me something that is kind of like external. It's not just about you. This really comes right into it. It kind of cuts right into it because the Capricorn house, and this is Cancer. Cancer is you yourself here, and you're the Eurofan. But at the same time, the Eurofan is a card that can represent governments, and we're seeing some big breaking down, and there's going to be a lot of cups spill like Ace of Cups. It's the early stage of some, I don't know, some very emotional, a lot of things. There's going to be a lot of emotions in the next 6 months, I think. So right away, this kind of cuts right into it here at the center. This is very important to pay attention to that because also when you have two aces, you have to find where the aces are. There's something that is kind of very unique. And this is a very unique situation. And at the same time, it's the beginning of something. Now, that's the house of Harry. That's the Libra house. So usually when you start, we're going to read this is your personal, your inner world, and this is the outer world of how it's happening. But you're coming to a point where this is so important that we have to pay attention right away. That kind of struck to me as being very important. So the Ace of Pentacle kind of says that your uniqueness and everybody else is also, this is Libra, that's the others, the collective others that are sort of influenced in being independent and justice. They also have pentacles. So it's definitely about being sovereign, being powerful, being within your own self, like do deep search. But I think that your uniqueness, because you already are standing out of the collective, they will sort of break down. So you're going to be watching this as this. It's not influencing you fully because you're that crow standing there on that pentacle. So that's very important to keep in mind that. But there's this here. This is the breakdown. There's something that you have to be living in it. And also because here we got the house of Taurus here, which is money, investment, things that you invest into, and we got the two wands here. So there's like a duality, and you see there's the white and the heat. There's a lot of hot stuff going on here. So you're sort of you're living in these two worlds. You know that you have to have your two your passion as much as in what you're observing on with this world happening, the breakdown and everything. Um, and then you also have an inner world, so like that, it's nice to have that on the side here. And here, just because that card next to your Harry, your card yourself, that's your ego card, you've got the Four of Pentacles. You see, we got pentacles. It's kind of like you have to hold on tight. You have to sort of hold on to what you own and what you do. So you got to be like, sort of be very wise about what you're holding on to. Just observe the duality, but stay in your own empowered self. So that advice here, because there's this coming that you're gonna have to kind of sort of face right into it. And then also this card says that there will be abundance for you at the end there. There is abundance because the Nine of Pentacle is the person who knows what's coming, what they own and what they have. They feel comfortable. And but there's a bit of nightmare. See, this card next to it is influencing this card. It's the Nine of Sword, which is a nightmare. Usually, no, sorry, the Nine of Sword is here. The 10. Yeah, I wanted to point that we have two tens in there. There's an ending. You see, and you'll understand when we get to that the card. So I'm going to go from house to house. So we did the Taurus. Now this is Gemini. This is what you people speak out, what you see the world, how it's been, like the communication. There's a lot of passion. So, and this is a Nine of Wand, which is the wounded warrior. So a lot of people are getting wounded, and you see across from it, we've got Five of Wands. So it's coming, but there's a breakdown, and it's the breakdown. It's a lot of we're always going to go across this tower card because that tower cards influence itself together. They're like sort of like it's a huge energetic point here, and this five of wand here is saying it's something small. There are a lot of battles. It's a lot of inner battles. A lot of people are dealing with their warrior, and you. It's a small battle because now this is your reading. So you're as you're watching this and you're seeing the wounded warrior. You understand the wounded warrior. You're seeing some small battles here because it will be small for you to handle it because you're powerful. Eurofan is the sort of like the high priestess, but the male high priestess, but he brings justice from the inner world into it. And this is your house of Cancer. This is a house of who you like your inner strength, and so you being the Eurofan is you know that there's a breakdown. You look like above you. It's happening, and it's going to create a lot of spill emotions and things like this. But right away when I did the draw, I didn't think this was about you only. I just felt like this is who you are, and you're gonna feel the nightmare, the people that are living in a nightmare, but that's their thoughts, and and it's coming to an end, and they're gonna feel stuck to it. So you're okay because this is the house of oh my goodness. Okay, this is Virgo. No, wait a minute. It's Virgo. That's Leo. Yes, that's Leo, and that's geez, I forgot that one. Okay, because that's Libra. It's Virgo. That's right. Okay, so you got Leo and Virgo, and these two houses, the Leo is the strength, the family. Yeah, it's actually the breakdown of the family unit. They're living a who you're like connected to. They're sort of um, living a nightmare. So there's a breakdown maybe at work and things like this. And let me see. I wrote it down. I gotta go check because I wrote down something about that. All right, the Taurus were to side. All right, Leo family creativity is still a bit of a nightmare, but the two tens. Oh yeah, because there's a 10, two tens. There's something ending. You see, there's a lot. It's all gonna end like this. This card is influencing the house, the family, their creativity. It's something is ending. That's breaking down. So, but it's only the way that it's going to be in words and how it's spoken about things. You're going to be reading a lot about stuff like that. It's going to create a lot of emotion. You kind of sort of have to sort of let it all like come down to itself. Virgo, the routine, holding the fort, many of the things are in the process to be reinvested. It will be only a nightmare if you hold on too tight, okay? Because you see, it's got if if you hold on too tight, it will be a nightmare because these cards are influencing, and you don't want to hold on too tight to your thoughts and ideas because you have to believe in abundance right next to it, okay? So that's your routine and holding on the fort, like where you are working. Just hold on the fort to yourself, your ideas, what you believe, the words you write, and just kind of, but don't hold on too tight because it might make you feel trapped into your thoughts. So that's the advice for this. And Libra has been invested in collective is helping you become aware of the two system. You have to make a choice and which one to be part of. Uh, the two system here is you have to make a choice. But you are already because that's in your ego, so that's you don't have a problem for that. And the Page of Cup here, um, it's in Scorpio, and it's inheritance or the death of others. I think it's because the Page of Cup is just the early stage of it's more than the Ace, obviously, but the early stage, and there's a lot of people are just becoming aware of their emotions about the death, and I think that's it might have something to do with that, like the stabbing you see above here. But we have to go look at what's across here, and it's the breakdown of these this sort of choices that people made that is sort of creating that, and you're observing that. This is not doing that to you, but at the same time, you may feel it because you're invested into the thoughts of it. And so, it doesn't, you're not erased from it because you're kind of aware of both of the two worlds. You're watching it from both ends, and you're seeing it collapsing. I think that we're aware of that, and we're rejoiced about it in a way. These cards are not negative at all. They're only showing there's something intense happening. And I think that just because you're very much in your self-centered empowerment there with the ace, and these are very positive. Having aces is very positive, and then two tens is like, my God, it's an ending. And then this, it's really, everything is positive because something is about to end. Then the house of Sagittarius is travel and moving. I don't think that, there's going to be too much. It's going to be difficult here, the traveling, because there's a lot of breakdown. But it's small. It's like some people will be able to do it, some may not be able to. So maybe it's the movement. You're going to feel a bit restricted. But it's not, it's just because it's going to be like you're going to wonder, yeah, how to feel about it, where to go. And you're still kind of wondering with the emotions here. So the Capricorn, that's the house of Capricorn. It's the system is breaking down. So I'm going to say that you're seeing a lot of things getting spilled. You're watching that, and then because there's endings around in there, you're watching these battles. But you feel very empowered just by the Hierophant. But you're watching. I mean, the Hierophant is also the card that we could refer to as the when Janine done her reading, she calls these the Cabal card, especially if they're badly aspected. They're not totally badly aspected, but they're in a way they are because they got the tower above. So already we know it's an institution. So that's why when I right away I thought it wasn't just about you, because you're there, like you're so forcefully there, and then moving towards that, you're going to be moving through that veil, and you're going to see it collapsing. So the Aquarius house here is the facade, all these emotions, all these feelings that are not like people that have created their own nightmares and with their thoughts and their ideas is collapsing. And so you're watching that too. So the Aquarius is just ending the harmony. There's going to be a bit of, maybe there's a feeling of war going on here because of the fight, but it's a small war, and it might have something to do with the finance because we get the pentacle. And then with the Pisces here, intuition, you need to hold on tight for the next 6 months. Let things break down. It's advising you here with your intuition to just hold your intuition tight, close to you. And I think it's just, there's a lot of action going on here. And it's nothing to be about you completely. It's you heard my little puppy here. He's just making all kinds of noises. So there you go. I hope you like that. I right away when I saw the drawing, I saw the tower in the center. I went, oh my God! So we're entering right away a time where things are collapsing, and you're just need to be. You're called to hold on tight, and the abundance at the end of it. And this is a 6 month spread for you, and I would say there's abundance here, and it is because the Nine of Pentacles is a person who knows there's abundance, and you're just gonna have to watch this and kind of go into your two world and keep your like your passion in both world, because you know where you have to be part of it. You're part of the two worlds, so you have to keep your passion in there, but hold on tight to what you own, and your whatever you own, or what you do, you have to like kind of guard it in a way, guard it, because you don't need to add more to the spill of emotions into the things. You know better, so you're going to watch a war going on, and you're going to realize it's going to bring a lot of emotion to the collective of their nightmare, their thoughts, and there's a lot of things breaking down. I hope you like that. And it's definitely about action, and it's about you watching what's going on. All right. Enjoy that. Thanks.